Hi, Nickolaus, Darkness here. Okie doke. So here we are, week 3, right? Now we got all these in-betweens and our animation is supposed to be smooth. Well, let's see how that looks, because smooth does not necessarily mean good, right? It all depends how good work we did last 2 weeks, because Maya can do good job only if we as an animator gave her enough informations, right? Good poses, good keys and breakdowns. That's what it takes. All right, so let's take a look. Okay, once again. Okay, here we go. So I would say that overall, I think that your scene looks really good. It feels good, and well, there is really not much to talk about, I would say, except there are some maybe like a timing things where some stuff maybe should happen a bit faster, and not much. If there are some fixes, not big deal of it. So let's go from beginning and let's see where we are right now. Is this part where he kind of goes like it's almost like anticipation for where he goes back, but I don't know exactly what was that for, because first he goes up sad and then I'm not completely clear what exactly he's doing there at this point, but okay, fine. And then he goes back into his kind of waiting pose. This part where this hand is coming down on his upper leg, thigh, should happen faster. All right, it feels a little bit slow mo. Okay, so this landing from here down should happen faster. Um, I would do something here with his contact of the head and the arm. It needs some kind of settling in pose. Right now, it goes right into that settling in, I would say. Right? So it goes from here straight in. It almost like goes from one position to another, A to B. There is a pose that is needed between to actually make it more natural, because once when we put our head to the hand, then that settling in should happen. Like for example, if this contact, for example, here happened a bit, like this arm came a bit more forward and the arm is a little bit more upward, then from here and the head would be a little bit, instead of like this, it would be more like this, like really more like this, right? It's a different angle. But if you would change that head, so different angle, a little bit more upward, like that. So that is a contact moment, right? And then from here, he would go down to that. So now we have this angle changing, and that is the whole trick is actually there in this, not angle, I mean in this wrist, you know, angle in the wrist. And now the head is leaning in, and that is kind of like a settling in position. See? So basically now we would have from here this. So it would come from higher, of course, it's coming from here. So basically it's all about that settling in. First you make contact, hand and head, and then settling in. Boom, boom. Pay attention to wrist movement, right? We should feel like, you know, the heaviness of the head sinking into the palm of the hand. It shouldn't be a big deal, it's just adding actually another breakdown. I have feeling for some reason that when he is looking at the phone, when he's reading, it's almost like that he's looking a bit above the phone instead of in the phone. So maybe you should just lower a little bit of the pupils, right? Maybe they should be a little bit lower, and maybe you should lose, if it's possible, lower eyelids. See that hand, when it's coming back up, it just poof and stays there. There is no softening, there is no slowing into that pose. So you have to do something with it. It goes forward, okay, and then he's bringing it back, but boom, boom. So instead of both getting frozen on frame, I don't know, 293, put this pose you know, few frames later, so there will be some time, few frames to actually get into it, to soften it coming in. When he goes down for anticipation, this is good moment for him actually to blink. So close his eyes. In anticipations, usually we do that. this anticipation here when he just read a message. When he starts going back, we should feel a little bit more of this, and then what's that? You see? So it's not just going from here down and up, but it takes a little bit of like a S curve to get head from here to there, right? So it's not just boom boom, it's more like this. Blink. You could add a little bit of settling in after this, once after the hips, right, hit the position, they stay there at this point. But you know, you could easily lower them a bit, that much, into settle in pose, right? You see the hips are going right, and then they stop here. So instead of stopping here, from here I would go now down. So from here I would go down, and then in that down position I would stay a bit before actually he goes for this. That exit out is it's good, but still something is I don't know. It almost feels like that first step is too short, but I you know, I assume, okay, it can be, you know, that kind of step. That's why I didn't bother telling you before that you should do bigger, you know, progression in space forward with the whole body. It can be kind of actually comical. That's why I didn't bother with that, but Yeah, so, well, it's okay. I don't know. We'll see for next time. The only thing what I'm seeing right now watching this is that after this squash here, this recuperation can happen a little bit maybe faster. Take maybe like a 2 frames or so off, so that going back up is a bit faster, faster, and then slowing in at the very end that you have here is fine, but up to here make it a little bit faster. Woo, so that he springs out of that squash a bit faster and then slowing in what you have. And that's pretty much all what I have to say. Alright, actually good work, man. Alright, so we'll see for the next last submission. Thank you.